Well, hello, friends. Mark Holmes here, and as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, I'm late. I had to get set up, man. I just don't sit here ready to go live. It takes me a minute to get downstairs, get the setup, type in what's going on, and get my computer and get my look, got my wireless mic. Sorry, I'm late. Damn, I do the best I can. Damn. No matter what you do, it really just does not matter what you do. People ain't never ever gonna be satisfied. I gotta tell you, damn. I do my best. I don't have a crew of people. Okay, I don't have a crew of people that work for me and stuff that get had the studio ready and say, Mark, breaking news, get out. I got to do it all. I got to do it all, man. Listen, I'm the cameraman. I'm the lighting crew. I'm the technology. I'm the guy that runs the wires for it. Okay, and then I got to do the research. Okay. Oh my goodness, Shane, man, thoughts and prayers go out to you, man. Um, but here's a good thing, at least. It's one of those things that it's going to touch all of us in one way or another, directly or indirectly. But if there's any good news, when you think about that, there's 90 some thousand people who have tested positive thus far, that we're still right around 1,000 people. So it's not, hope for the best, because a lot of people, it won't be bad. Um, I hope for the best for everybody. But anybody who hasn't gotten the message yet, understand, keep your ass at home. Okay? So, I got to go to the bathroom sometimes. Sometimes I'm in the bathroom and, sometimes you eat the wrong kind of food and you take more time in the bathroom. Do you want me to do the report on the toilet? Do you want me to do the report on the toilet? Okay. I mean, I could be sitting there. Hello, friends. Mark Holmes here. Breaking news on the. Is that what you want? Is that what you want? I can't do that. Come on, man. No, but seriously, we do the best we can. We do the best we can. So the Cowboys have methodically gone through, and it looks like they've said, okay, what are all the areas that we failed at last year? How can we plug the holes? Okay. Didn't we sign? Yes, we do. Yeah, we do. So we got a competition. I'm okay with that. I don't, I have no problem with people having to work and earn a job. It's kind of like when Jerry was always like, oh no, Jason Garrett, he doesn't have to worry about his job. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Because your ass can be replaced. Everybody can be replaced. So, Greg Zuerlein, who kicked a 57-yard game winner that ended up propelling the Rams into the Super Bowl, we actually signed that guy. And you got to think that our special teams coach, who is from the Rams, knows this guy rather well. So for me, the Dallas Cowboys have gone through and they said, hey, what are the areas that we fell short on? As much as people want to say it's just Dak, we had a kicker miss 10 kicks. Now, granted, he kicked 3 over 60 yards, which is great. He's in the Hall of Fame for that. But we need you to kick everyday kicks as well. Nobody, in 10 kicks in 13 games, he missed literally almost a kick a game. A game! A game! And we held on to him. The next closest person was 8 and 16. So they've gone through. I agree. We need a ball hawk corner. I agree. But some of that may be scheme. Okay? Some of those interceptions will come with a scheme. Unfortunately, with Rod Martinelli's defense not having a Warren Sapp in the middle, it was more of a bend, don't break. We're not going to give up the big plays. Keep everything in front of you. Don't take a risk where you're going to get burned. And I think that's partially why we didn't get as many takeaways as we do. I think Chris Richard was done a disservice because he is a more aggressive defensive coach. But he wasn't allowed to use that aggression and didn't have those players to fit that tenacity. So looking at from that standpoint, you may have guys that get interceptions because of a change in scheme. Brandon Carr is a great example of it. I think he got 4 in 2 years, which is more than he had in his whole career. Um, I see us getting Clay Matthews. I'm not sure about that one. Who do I think they want in the draft? Right now, I don't think they know who they want in the draft because what they've done, the only areas that you got to look at and say that we haven't really replaced would be the slot receiver as well as Byron Jones in the corner. So, you've got Ha Ha Clinton Dix, replacing Jeff Heath. That's an upgrade. You lost Robert Quinn, but you got Gerald McCoy, and you also lost Malik Collins. You got Don Terry Poe, who I think is an upgrade and definitely a different type of player than Malik Collins. Um, Offensive line, of course, we lost Travis Frederick, but you'll plug Joe Looney in there. And then you got Connor McGovern, who can be a swing guard swing guard backup center. Just got here, so don't know. Might be a competition. I'm okay with the competition, cage match. Let the best man win and stay. Last year for the Rams, extra points, he was 100% on field goals. He was from 30. I'm sorry. From hold on. From 20 to 29, he was 7 for 7. From 30 to 39, he was 7 of 8. From 40 to 49, last year 5 and 11. 50 yarders, he was 5 and 7. Extra points, 100%. So last year was a little bit of a down year. The year before, at 40 to 49, he was 4 of 6, which is much better. And he was 100 on 20 to 29 and 30 to 39. So that's still way the frick better than Money Maher. Maher, well, yeah. So you got to be happy that the Cowboys are methodically filling all of the needs. And I think that the Cowboys are really trying to do something. Now, I still believe, and maybe I'm crazy, that once they get Dak Prescott's deal done, and some people said that they heard that it's not going real well, but I kind of counter that and say, no, I don't think so. Because if it wasn't going well, I think you would be hearing from one of the sides. If the Cowboys are saying that they would come out and say, Dak Prescott's agent is just being unreasonable, and blah, blah, then it's bad, that he's asking for too much. If it ended up being that they're being lowballed, you'd be hearing, Todd France kind of out there, well, the Cowboys, don't understand the value of a quarterback and things. But you don't hear either of those. The fact that it's kind of quiet to me says that the negotiation is still going on. It's kind of like the NFL negotiations on the CBA. And remember what I kept telling you guys? They're keeping it on the down low. You got very little information on it, right? It wasn't like when you think back to 2013 when we had the lockout and how contentious it was out, the owners expect to have a strike, we're going to be striking, and the owners, we're going to lock them mofos out. We're going to lock them out. You didn't hear any of that this year. And what did you get? Well, you end up got a new deal. You got labor peace. So, this, to me, the fact that you're not hearing any negative news from Dak Prescott's camp, nor from, nor from the Cowboys, to me says that, okay, maybe things aren't so bad. So let me pull up the chat here. So shout out to all you people that are hanging in here and stuff. We'll still be doing our regular live stream at 9 o'clock Eastern. And I've done some changes into the man cave tonight. We might do a few things a little different than usual tonight. Maui's in the house handling business, of course. Shout out to Maui. Thank you, of course, for being here. Multi-minded like Brandon Carr or Wuze can guard. Well, it's going to be, how many times you've seen a guy who plays great at one team, becomes a free agent, and then becomes a bum. Sometimes the systems don't fit the players real well, and vice versa. I got to be honest, I'm not sure that the systems that we've had with the Cowboys recently have been the best systems in the world. And I think you're going to see some players that are going to improve remarkably just because we have a change of coaching that may be able to bring more out of them. I don't honestly believe that the coaching staff that we had was the great one with Jason Garrett. CJ Henderson has ball skills too. That's a good pickup. I think it's a good pickup. As long as they're not bringing back money about her, it's definitely better than that. So that's where we are with this. I hope everybody. I'm sorry, I missed the person who said that his mother had tested positive for corona. This shit's real. I got a friend who is on lockdown now myself. Him along with everybody else in their station. Because they have 3 people hospitalized. And so they've been exposed, so now they're on lockdown to see if they've got it as well. Every day we see more and more people that have it. The best protection for this, if we want to try and get through this as quickly as possible, is to keep from spreading it. The best way to spread it, keep from spreading it, is staying away from others, staying home. Believe me, the stuff Michael told me. Oh, by the way, that cruise ship is headed for Fort Lauderdale. If they allow it to go through the Panama Canal. Excuse me, I got a scratch here. If they allow it to go through the Panama Canal, there's, I think, 1,000 passengers on there. There's some that have tested positive, and 4 people have already died. So when you think about that cruise ship that was in Japan, that 800 people had it from it, 10 people died. I don't know how anybody is out in a cruise ship, right? I just don't understand that. Why would you go on a freaking cruise now? Okay, I'm okay losing my money. Okay, I'm okay. That's just dumb. But then again, we got people having corona parties, so go figure. So understand that this shit's real. My wife, somebody that she works with on a regular, and I know rather well. My wife said when she talked to her on the phone, who's still working, that she could hear the fear in her voice because her husband's a doctor in New York. And they're trying to just keep safe. 2 of her coworkers have died. Let me say it again. Her husband's a doctor in Brooklyn. 2 of her coworkers have died. If you don't get this by now, you have to be one of the dumbest SOBs on the face of this earth. And I pray that you're not the one that gets me killed. Is Jerry going to use the stadium as a shelter? Good question. I doubt that. But I'm sitting here thinking, I remember being at the Super Bowl when this thing was just kicking off in China. When, I remember, so this is right when Kobe died. And I remember seeing the pictures of the Wuhan province, and that they were talking about how they built a 1,000-bed hospital in 10 days in China. They understood that this shit is here. We need to isolate all these people from everybody else and deal with this thing. We have now more people with it than China does. But I'm sitting there thinking about like DC General Hospital that closed about 8 years or so ago, and then they turned into a homeless shelter, and they stopped using it as a homeless shelter in 2018. It's like, it seems like it wouldn't be too hard to go ahead and turn on the power and get places like that set up so that way, if it happens, you got a space to deal with it. But, well, Cowboys Nation 71, listen, everybody's laying off right now. So hopefully this deal that they passed in Congress where everybody gets a $1,200 check basically, for some places that's going to be great. But if you're in New York, that's a drop in the bucket because your rent might be $2,000. But unemployment is also supposed to be in there too. So there was a ruling in New York today, because you got, I guess I learned a new term today, the gig employees. So if you do like Uber Eats and DoorDash and Uber and things like that, that in New York that they count you, the federal court in New York basically said that you are employees of Uber and things like that. So you'd be eligible for unemployment. And they have bumped up the minimums on unemployment. So it's probably going to be slammed. It's going to be slammed, but it's going to be opened up. So can I claim Joe Boo? I was talking to Jet D. Man, is it $500 or $600 per kid? It's like Jet's got 5 kids. Jet, can I borrow a couple kids? Can a brother buy? Can I borrow a couple of kids? Come on, you know what I'm saying? But the other side of this too is what may help. My truck, give you an example. My truck, I get 11 miles a gallon. 11 miles a gallon. And usually I'm spending a couple $100 a week in gasoline going back and forth to work. So at least I'm not spending that. So some of the expenses that I would have going out and working, I'm not having at the moment. So, it's the right time of year where we're kind of between the hot and the cold. So the heat and the air conditioning is not really working. So that'll help. But it's going to be tough. It really is going to be tough. And I'm trying to figure out ways that I can try and help others as well. So if you're just tuning in, we're not here to be doom and gloom. We're here to get you through the day, okay? We're here to get you through the day. The Dallas Cowboys have, again, this has been the craziest free agency period for the Dallas Cowboys. The Dallas Cowboys have never been this active. We've signed a big player or two, but we've never gone and signed this many guys this early. So the Cowboys have methodically looked and said, here are the holes we have in our team. Defensive line was a disappointment. Most of these guys are free agents. So we can let some of them walk. And they ended up getting Gerald McCoy. They ended up getting Terry Poe to fill in. They may get back Randy Gregory because they got the new collective bargaining agreement, so we don't have to worry about him staying off the weed. And let me say something. Let me say something to all of you people out there that'll say, oh, man, that guy, I don't want him because he smoked weed, man. He's a crackhead and stuff. Stop. Stop right there. Because you had the NFL Man of the Year, Chris Long, who basically said, you know what, I smoked a lot of weed during my career. I just knew that come April 21st is when they started testing for weed. They test you one time a year unless you get busted. So in March, you just stop smoking weed. You take painkillers. You drink. You do those things until after you take your test. After you take your test, hey, pass the Dutchie from the left-hand side. Pass the Dutchie from the left. Yeah. So to think that Randy Gregory, who got tested on a weekly basis because he failed that one at the combine, he got tested on a weekly basis. It's conceivable that Chris Long was smoking more weed than Randy Gregory. You understand what I'm saying? Well, I'm not saying he was bright. I didn't say that. But once he got busted at the combine, he was in the NFL protocol. Probably didn't know that. Probably because he was, I wasn't going to get busted for weed, but I was high. I wasn't going to get busted for weed at the combine, but I was high. I wasn't going to get busted for weed at the combine, but I was high. But I was high. But I was high. Okay, so once that happened, it's too late. It's just too late. You're in the program. He can't get out the program once you're in the program. So that was his mistake. Nobody took him and said, hey, buddy, this is the biggest interview of your life. Don't screw it up. Didn't have anybody tell him that. And so that's where he screwed himself. So you look at it now and say, okay, you get Randy Gregory. You got Tyrone Crawford, who used to play in the 3-4 when he first got there with Dallas. Back from, off-season hip surgery. Or excuse me, in-season hip surgery. You got Gerald McCoy. You got Don Terry Poe. You have Antoine Woods, which nobody's really talking about much, but Antoine Woods played pretty good. And that's the guy who's got an incentive to play well because he's trying to get a long-term deal next year. Okay. You got D-Law, and you got the draft. You got Ha-Ha Dick's improvement there. So you took care of your safety. You've got an upgrade there. You look at tight end. You move Blake Jarwin into Jason Witten's spot. You say, okay, he's a bigger playmaker. You end up getting Blake Bell to be a blocking tight end. Okay, you look at that and say, he's a better blocker than Blake Jarwin. Blake Jarwin's a better playmaker. So you've kind of improved those two spots. Now you took a step back, of course, at center and slot receiver. So the Cowboys, when you ask who are they going to draft, the Cowboys are in a position to look and say, whatever player is the best guy that we have rated on our board, we can draft. Hey, how you doing, Bobby Ice? Bobby Ice, how you doing? See when this is on my cell phone. I figured out it's just easier to do these live streams out here on my cell phone. I can get quicker. But if I'm looking at the cell phone trying to read them, the writing is like this big, and it's like you're all the way over here. Your arm's length away, so it's hard to see that. I can read some of the comments. Anyone, do we have a real, and it faded out, real chance of getting Clowney? No, man. Listen, screw Clowney. Clowney want 22, 23 million, which he'll never get. And he's a dude that kind of checks out a bit. And Seattle traded a number 3 and 2 players for him. And he got 3 sacks last year. That's it. And only 11 pressures. That's it. I'm sorry. He's one of those guys with the name. He's not a great player. I'm sorry. He's never had a 10-sack season. He's not worth the money he's asking for. So, no. Hey, baby. How'd it go? Okay. I'll be up in a bit. Damn, that's how much he wants. Yeah, that's what he wants. That's what his asking rate. Oh, I want 22, 23. Dude, can we check him for weed? Can we check him for weed? Because you got to be high, Clowney. Oh, hell no. You crazy. You are crazy. So we definitely know that kicking was an issue for us last year. Okay, kicking was an issue. So the Cowboys, they had Kyle Forbath, he's pretty accurate, but he doesn't have a real strong leg. So there's that. Now somebody said that our punter would be gone too. I don't know if Zuerlein, if he punts as well. I might be wrong on that, but we'll have to find out. Come on in and ask a question, Maui says. He's on a rock. Who's on a rock? What's up, Mr. Mark? How am I doing? I'm doing okay. A little scared about what's going on in the world and things, but we trying to make it, okay? We are keeping our ass at home and trying to keep the cooties either here or out there, just not spreading them. Been working on the man cave. You guys tonight when we do our live stream at 9 o'clock, we'll see kind of a maybe a little bit different look. We'll do a couple of new things for you guys. Adam, how you doing? Um, Smells like a kicking battle in camp. Yeah, I like battles. I love battles. Um, Soon you mentioned Clowney's name. He scored a TV. What are you watching him on a recap game? I've been to Iraq 3 times. It's just a normal day. Yeah. Okay. Well, I ain't been to Iraq. This ain't normal for me. Aloha from Hawaii. How you doing today, Dennis? Sean, Vic, um, George. How you doing? Any news on Dak? No news on Dak's contract situation. The Cowboys like to stretch this stuff out and get as much bang for the buck. But for me, hearing nothing is hearing good news. If it was going bad, you would know it's going bad. Um, I'd go after Marcus Goldstein, defensive end. He has speed around the corner like Quinn had. Iraq one time. Brandon, what year? Okay. Seattle versus San Francisco. Okay. So you got the one good play of Clowney. Andrew, thank you very much for the super chat. My mama would tell you to put a sweater on, homeboy. You know it's like 65 degrees out here, right? Andrew, it's warm. Seriously, it's like 65. You see the flowers and stuff, right? The plants are growing. The fish are looking. They're no longer hibernating. They're looking to get fed. I should do a stream with Law. You know what sucks? I got to tell you. You know what really and truly sucks? A few weeks back, you remember Law Nation was in the house. He spent the night at my house and stuff. He was supposed to be coming back next weekend to do some more training up here, and he was going to be coming to stay at my house. But uh, Derek, I'm sorry, I have been busy. I forgot to send that stuff to you, Derek. If you're watching, I guess you're not watching right now because you just sent me a text message. Derek, I'll get those pictures to you for the website and stuff, so we'll get working on that too. Two teams pursued Namakatsu before resigning with Tampa Bay. Okay. We're probably going to have. Okay, Derek. Okay, Derek. Okay, I got you. I've had my hands kind of full. Okay, forgive me, Derek. There go, Derek. I know your email. Sorry, I'm carrying on to your conversation. Yeah, Law Nation is really cool, man. Law Nation. We've done some stuff together, and probably will definitely again. So Steelers sign XFL long snapper Christian. Okay, cool. Damn, James, your basement got. I'm sorry to hear about your basement getting flooded last week, but at least you saved the cowboy helmets. That's good news. Sue is nasty, but Sue's getting kind of up there. Sue was not as effective last year as he had been in previous years. Is my text working, Edwin? Yes, your text is working. Great question. Ask again. Um, Kyle Forbath isn't a whole lot of money, and so it may be that they looked at this guy and said he's going to be better, and we'll have a kicking competition. Q, Q, Q. How you doing, man? We finally have a kicker. Thank God you're on here, Mark. It's boring times, bro. I feel you. I feel you, bro. Um, yeah, I believe we still have Cedric Wilson. Can Connor play center? Um, I would rather Connor Williams stay at guard. Well, here's the problem with Connor Williams. Connor Williams, remember, had ACL surgery about 14 weeks ago. They say he'll be ready by the start of the season, but the problem is you don't have team doctors and things and therapists working with him. So you're talking about getting yourself together on your own. Connor McGovern, I would say Connor Williams, you keep him at guard. Connor McGovern, played center and guard, so you have him. I think I'd rather have Joe Looney as their center because he's had experience with it. Clay Matthews, he's a little long in the tooth for me. I could see him doing it because Mike McCarthy. Um, that's my daughter. Oh, Kayla, I will call. Oh, hold on, guys. This is my daughter. Okay, hold on. Okay, so I'm sorry I lost all you guys. That was epic fail. Derek, thank you for the super chat. Um, Derek, I was talking about you before I went out. That was my daughter calling. Um, for all you guys that think that this thing is some bullshit, they have a person who is in her building that have corona. So, yeah, shit's real. Like I was saying this morning, that you're getting to the point where, the 5 degrees of separation, 5 degrees, where they say you're within 5 people of somebody famous. Well, we're getting to like 1 or 2 degrees of separation with somebody with corona. Like I said, I have a friend who they were all exposed to somebody that has it. They have 3 people that are in the hospital from their station, and now they're on the lookout. My daughter now, somebody in her building has corona, and so their building has sent out a message basically saying what to do. And I'm sure a lot of you all are going to have the same situation. Jet D, please get your Jets jersey with it, huh? Derek, I saw your your text messages. I've been busy, man. I've been busy. I got a lot of stuff to do after I get off this live stream, but I'll try and get you some of those pictures because all you new channel members who've sent me pictures, and if you haven't sent me a picture of you with your shot glass, get that damn thing emailed to me at cowboymark94 gmail so I can get you added to the damn video. Come on, man. Come on. What happened to the live chat? I'm still here. I apologize. Damn, it's raining a little bit. What the what? It's raining a little bit. But seriously, look, guys, stop. If your ass is outside right now, in public, not washing your hands, touching your face, okay, not keeping your distance, you, my friends, are a jackass. This shit is real. This shit is spreading. Don't be a spreader. Look, Thomas, my daughter's like, look, I don't leave my apartment. She said, I left to get some toilet tissue, and I go down and I get my packages. I sent her a package with some stuff in it, and I'm sending her another one. She'll get another one maybe tomorrow, and that's it. She's like, I ain't socializing and stuff. I got my YouTube, and that's what we have. Hey, that's our rain. We need it. I'd like to send you some because I'm trying to work on getting these damn weeds and planting some grass seed. And in my front yard, I pulled up a lot of the weeds, and I got bare dirt, and I'm trying to till it up and work it up because they say you need 4 inches of like loose soil to really get the grass growing, and then it rains and gets muddy. I just don't know how real it is from military. You know what? No. You know what? Oh, hold on, dude. I know how real getting something like this is. This scar that's kind of faded, although this was burnt. That was burnt later on. But this scar right here, this thing, dude. In 1994, Christmas was on Sunday. On Wednesday, I had a little red spot on my knee. Just a little red spot. And it felt achy. The next day, it felt like my other knee, which I'd hurt playing football, no ACL in it. And I thought, did I twist my knee and not remember? It's like, I don't remember hurting my knee. But it had a little bit of swelling in it. So I said, well, if it's bad, I'll call the doctor on Friday and take a look at it. Friday, my knee had a bit of swelling and started feeling a little warm to the touch. Called my orthopedist, said, hey, Dr. Ain, or his receptionist, My knee is really bothering me. Not the one that I hurt years ago, but my other one. Can I make an appointment? They said, well, we're closing the office early because, tomorrow's New Year's Eve and we want to go home and get ready for it. We'll make an appointment for you for Monday. But if it's really bothering you, go to the hospital, get some pain meds. You'll be good. Saturday morning, I had a temperature of 104 degrees. My knee was swollen up the size of a basketball. It was hard as a rock and hot to touch. My brother carried me downstairs, put me in a car, took me to Potomac Hospital. It was the first time I never filled out anything at the hospital. They looked at me, they put me on a wheelchair, put me on a gurney, threw me in an ambulance, sent me about 45 minutes away to another hospital. When I get to this hospital, I got about 20 doctors and nurses and people that are riding in with me. And I get a needle as I'm going down the hallway in a gurney, bam, right into my knee. I'm like, the fuck? I spent the next 2 weeks in the hospital with 3 knee operations with a flesh-eating bacteria, not knowing my name for a week because I was under so much medication. That was at least a bacteria infection, Streptococcus A, which they treated with Rocephin, an IV antibiotic for 3 months. I understand being in a hospital room in isolation because they're worried about it being spread. I understand not being able to have visitors while you're in there because they're worried about you spreading it to somebody else. I understand the pain and having to learn how to walk again. So, yeah, you may have a military perspective. I have a life and death run-in with something kind of similar. And oh, by the way, when I had that, there were 12 cases in the state of Virginia. And unlike the coronavirus, where right now we have 92 and we've lost 1,300, of the 12 people at the time that had it with me in Virginia, 8 of them died. So I understand. That's why I keep trying to tell people, listen, keep your ass at home. This thing, you might think, oh, it's not big. It's not here. It's not where I am. We're good. It will be. Give it time. Because when I was at the Super Bowl, it wasn't here at all. And then there was a couple cases in Seattle, Washington. Then that became the hot spot. Then New York became the hot spot. Now they're talking about Louisiana on the Gulf Coast. They're talking about now Chicago. They're talking about Detroit. And my daughter's a building in LA. They've got somebody there with it. So we all need to realize that this shit is real. We all need to realize this shit is real. PC 76, keep your ass, and you at work, PC, you at work. Keep your ass at home. Perriman got signed. Perriman got signed by whom? Scarface, I heard, that was yesterday. Listen, when you start getting the Prime Minister and Prince Charles getting the shit, okay? She's a dad fan. She's not really a big football fan, okay? Although she has a friend who is a Dallas Cowboy fan. The Cowboys signed a kicker. We signed Greg Zurich from the Rams. So you're seeing the connection that we had with the Rams, with our special teams coach, bringing in guys that he likes. You're at work with the lobbyists closed. Yeah, there's a lot of lobbies that are closed. I mean, the banks are basically like drive-through onlys. Eastside Hero says, off of Willie D, please. Huh? What, PC? Keep your ass at home. Where I think Everson Griffin goes, to the place that pays him the most. It's real. Please know your thoughts are real. Mark, do you know the draft will be done since it's not going to happen in Vegas? They're basically going to be doing it like we're doing everything here via the internet. Um, the thing for most teams are, yeah, you have the draft in one location, but the teams are still, I mean, Jerry Jones and all them, they're at the Star normally anyway. So it really won't be that difficult. You just won't be able to have the green room with the players there. And when you think about what it used to be before 2013, the draft, nobody paid attention to. It was just basically, well, okay, we got our pick, and it wasn't bringing guys across stage. Michigan, yeah, they were saying that Detroit's about to be a hot spot. My my mobile mechanic is using Instacart for extra income. He delivers groceries to Publix. Yeah, lactation. Uh, oh man, when this thing is, I'm gonna tell you, when this thing is done, the stocks to invest in right now would be like hair cuttery and things like that. Yeah, great clips because they are going to be so busy when this shit opens up. Barber, I mean, we're all going to look wild, just going to look jacked up. Nails, pedicures, nail. Oh, that's going to be great business. I'm in essential work and don't know how. I'm scared to go to work. Well, if there's anything, at least, what's kind of lost in this is it's rough, but you got like 98% right now recovery. That doesn't mean shit if you're the 2%, but it's not like The Walking Dead that you're done. It's not like that. You about to cut your own hair? I used to cut my own hair. Who's going to be? Well, they just signed Greg Zuerlein, and you got Kyle Forbath, so maybe we're going to have a competition and see best man wins. I'm happy with I look at this as there's no guarantee that any of these guys are going to work out, but there's strength in numbers, and I look at it and say they've gotten guys that at least have done stuff elsewhere. You need the virus? We all need this virus to go away. Sydney, how are you doing? Mark is great. Love the fandom as, okay. It disappeared to me. I work at the water treatment plant. Listen, let me say this with complete feeling and love in my heart. Everybody who's out there, policemen, firemen, doctors, nurses, receptionists, people that are working like you at the water treatment plant, truck drivers, people that work in the grocery stores, delivery people for groceries, mailmen, UPS, Amazon. I can't believe I'm thinking Amazon. All of you that are out there doing your part to help all of us get out of here, even the internet, the phone companies, okay? The internet, especially the internet companies, because Lord, let the internet go. I think it would be the end of the world. Shout out and thank you. Much respect for what you're doing. Stay safe. I have to gradually do it, okay? I don't know what you're talking about doing. By Eastside Hero. I hear Eastside Hero all the time, but I never see any of his comments. So what is up with Eastside Hero? You work for a pharmaceutical company and we're going rough? It's going rough? You do home security systems? Forbath will be cut? Okay. Hold it. Let me check something here because I see I've got one of my inside sources that see if he knows something. I got people. I got to find, there's got to be something that I'm outside and it's hard to see the damn screen because it's too light. Come on. Wait, hate that my internet doesn't work right here. Mark has, what was that, Maui? Hold it. Mark has an inside source. What? Oh, I know a few people. I I know it's hard to believe. I know it's hard to believe, but I do know a few people. Okay, I know Maui. Okay, he's like, no, there's somebody telling me that this boy is good. This kicker, this boy is good. He's real good. Yeah, yeah, I definitely know you, Maui. Um, Harold hits on all the men in the chat. Nobody likes him. Hits on him as in like, hey, how you doing? Hits on him like that by Eastside Harold. Late night hype. Okay. Some people are a glutton for attention, good or bad. Greg the leg. Okay. Nothing on that. So that's where we are with the latest signing. No news on the Dak Prescott. I was told last night that it was close as frog's hairs, as long as Stephen Jones doesn't mess it up. Yes, he likes men. Okay. Tierra, I agree with you. I think it's going to be the best player available is what's going to happen. And they're setting themselves up to be in that position. When you draft at a position of need, a lot of times what happens is you end up reaching for a guy. It's kind of like never go grocery shopping when you're hungry. Okay? You need some things to go in the cabinet. You need some flour, you need some milk, and you need some hamburger, right? But when you go to the store and you're hungry, you say, yeah, let me get some Doritos. Oh, yeah, I'll get some salsa to go with that too. And let me get some ice cream, you know? And you get home and the stuff you really needed, you don't have. Or a lot of times, I'll give you another great example because this is it right now. You may have a preferred type of toilet tissue. You might like the Charmin, the extra sauce stuff, because you like to be Charmin clean. My honey's clean. And all. You might be like that guy, right? Me, I like Scott. No frills, single ply. Okay, that's me. That's the one I like. That's the one I look for. But when you're out of toilet tissue and you go to the store and Charmin's gone, Scott's gone, and you got the Walmart house brand. I had Mexican food last night, extra peppers and stuff and beans. That Walmart brand, it looked pretty good right now. It looked pretty good. And so you reach for that roll of toilet tissue. And that's what happens when you're desperate for a position. Those guys that you think, if you weren't looking and saying, I had to have one, you would say, that guy's not that good. But because I really need that toilet tissue, you're going to go ahead and say, yeah, he looks pretty good. Yeah, you're going to think it's better than what it really is. That's it. Listen, okay, let me say with feeling here, there's nothing wrong with liking men. Okay, I'm not. That's not my taste. It's not me. But hey, you do you. I'll do me, and we're cool. You use dryer sheets. It keeps you static free too. I just can't. I can't. I can't with you Redskins, man. Rugs to Philly. I really hope Cowboys pick a wide receiver with the first pick. Don't give you. I don't want a wide receiver first pick. I don't. I don't. No, sorry. D line or cornerback. It's two spots. D line or cornerback. What's up, Philly? How you doing up there, man? Best available. You got it. Oh, I know. Don't get me wrong. I love me some Mexican food. I love Mexican food. Man, I'll make me some shrimp tacos in a minute or some pulled pork. I did a mukbang pulled pork. Okay. I think we still have Noah Brown, but I'll have to double check on that. I think, did we get rid of Noah? I think we still have Noah Brown. No, shouts out to you, Omar. Um, there's so many wide receivers in the draft this year. You don't need to get one in the first round. Not when you have a bigger need on your defense. No, I'm not, I'm done with Dez. Why the kicker signing? The other guy was pretty good in week 16. He had the desire to win. Yeah, but you can always do better. Forbath is pretty accurate, but he's not a long leg kicker. Michael Bennett is still trying to decide if he wants to play or not. Still, he is. He's mulling over retirement. Sign Emerson. Thomas Garrett, how are you doing today, man? Shout out to you. Both South and West will be really competitive this season. Last Jedi. Unfortunately, we still have CC Lamb at 17, and that'd be interesting. Michael Bennett said he wants to retire as Seahawk. Good luck with that. There's a source that said that Bennett wants to play. Well, again, they gave him an out, so if he doesn't want to play in the contract, it doesn't hurt us money-wise. But if he does want to play, they have the option of trying to get him. Jets or Raiders? How about neither? Yeah, they'll get Dak's done. They'll get Dak's deal done. Roman, so you've been ahead in the future and you've already decided that the Eagles will go further than the Cowboys? You already know that, huh? Wow, okay. So they'll buck the trend of no division winners since the 2004 season that have repeated? Okay. I'm glad that you know that. So you betting the house on that? You're betting the house on that? You've already sold the house and you've put it on in Vegas. Okay. PC 76, Eagles suck. I agree with that. Joshua, dog, I feel for you. I think everybody's stressed because even staying at home, like my daughter right now, she got somebody in her building that has it right now as we speak. You feel like this draft is a perfect storm? Okay. No, Joe Boo's not in the flower pot. He's in the man cave, chilling out. I hope so too. No wide receiver. No, you can't. If you didn't sign Amari Cooper, I'd say, okay, yeah, I'd understand that. You gonna come check out the man cave when we play this against? Cool. No cap, this new coaching staff is putting in worm. They're definitely work. Okay, I was like putting in worm. Yeah, let the Eagles let them be what they are. Crazy. Please don't drop. No, Sandman, what's up? You take the best. Tiara's got it down pat. Tiara knows her shit. Excuse me, her stuff. You take the best player available right now. With what the Cowboys have done in free agency right now, you're in a position to take the best player available, no matter where it is. Mark, get a whole chicken and back, sacrifice Joe Boo. Okay, to end the coronavirus. I wish it would work. Well, they said Leighton Vander Esch is supposed to be going to be ready. What scares me is you just don't know because you can't have contact with the players right now. You can't have them rehabbing at the facilities. So you just don't know. I'm fired done toying baby today. Did I cook today? I'm gonna cook some pork chops. Digging deep in the freezer to see what we got, and trying not to go to the store any more than I need to. Do I think? I thought if it was purely about money and they said we needed the money to sign some other guys, I would have thought they would have. But the fact that they've already franchise tagged Dak, that they got Amari Cooper, that they've been able to sign free agents and still have about 14, 15 million left over and can get another 8 with Dak, um, you may just go ahead and roll the dice and keep Tyrone Crawford on the roster because he's played 3-4 and 4-3. So, he's versatile. He can play defensive end, he can play defensive tackle, and he's done a lot of the dirty work. So maybe you end up looking at him and saying, we'll hold on to him for one more year. Well, a lot of people will say when we didn't have Travis Frederick that year that Dak Prescott got sacked a lot more. And that is true, but it wasn't solely about Travis Frederick. Most people forget that Zach Martin hurt his knee in training camp and did not practice in training camp and ended up leaving like the Redskins game early at halftime, dealing with that knee, as well as going out the Eagle game and missing the week after that, where we had Connor Williams, who got hurt and was a rookie. Okay, Connor Williams was hurt and a rookie, came back and had to play on the other side for Zach Martin, and then you had Xavier Salafalo starting for Connor Williams. And so you had Joe Looney starting for the first time at center. You had Xavier Salafalo for a couple of games. He played pretty good until he got his eye poked out. You had Connor Williams, who was a rookie, who was playing guard and then had to switch to the other side. And then you had Lyle Collins, who he had missed a couple of games too because of injuries as well with his back, who was still not quite that good. And you had Tyron Smith miss his usual 3. So true, Dak was sacked in 2018, 56 times, but you had an offensive line that was in flux. Good question. It does even want to play. Why is he sitting on the couch? Okay. Yes, I agree with you, Sam. Man, he's like an army knife. He can play defensive end or defensive tackle, 4-3, 3-4. So you may want to hold on to him just because of the experience. Uh-oh, Maui getting to somebody's rear end right now. See, you don't play with these. Don't blame me when you get blocked. Don't blame me when you get blocked. If you act up, my mom's going to take care of you. I'm sorry, but you don't mess with these nice ladies. They may be nice until you show your ass. When you show your ass, you get kicked. Yeah, he was. I agree. It was, and that's where I said that you can't say that, oh, Travis Frederick was gone that year. There was a lot of different issues on that. Answer is to Tua, yes, I would. Are you talking about drafting Tua if he fell that far? A guy with damaged goods, quarterback? No, I'm taking care of defense. Sorry, I'm taking care of defense. You are a lady, Tierra. I agree with that. I ain't arguing with you. Whatever you say, okay, Tierra, I ain't arguing with you. E-girl suck. Keep your ass at home. I like that one. Nice. We got to keep your ass at home. Jamal Adams, they were supposedly working on a long-term deal for him. And they wanted too damn much. Trade Connor Williams, what you think? No, I'm not going to trade Connor. I don't think you're going to get as much value, and to get somebody else to play in a spot, I don't think, no. Karen, I have to agree with you too. I'm too, I'm done drafting guys that have been injured in college that you're not even sure if you're going to be right by the season. Oh. Um, Two is like a truck with a bad Carfax. Damn. Uh, all right, guys. I have been here on the YouTube for an hour now. I don't want to take up all the YouTube and all the bandwidth and stuff. But tonight, 9 o'clock Eastern, we will be back up in here with a man cave that's got a little bit different look in it. We're going to show you a few different things, a few new tricks and stuff, um, and things. And I need to call and talk to my daughter some more, because this coronavirus is real. Um, Please, everybody, heed the warnings. Understand you need to keep your ass at home. Every day, this thing gets worse. Everybody is getting, I'm knowing more and more people that are directly, their lives are being touched by this as we speak. Somebody in here is talking about their mother has it. My daughter has somebody in her building that has it. Got a friend on lockdown because he's been exposed to somebody or three people that have it that are in the hospital. My man Q, his sister is a nurse and seen people die in her hospital. Another person who's dealing with cancer as well as being exposed is going through all this stuff by themselves. This is no bullshit. It's no fake shit. Keep your ass at home, man. I'm telling you. I don't want to be talking about you. And I certainly don't want to have a funeral that nobody can go to. All right? So, Philly 500 doesn't need a moderator? You a damn liar. I'm one of his moderators. That's right. I'm a moderator. I'm one of his moderators. So what you got to say about that? Antoine Myers, you don't like the signing? The kickers we had is better. Well, I hope they aren't just bringing in friends. Well, we'll see. We'll see. But I appreciate the super chat, Antoine. But I will see you guys later. Peace.